Hey, it's Todd with the Sporting Shoppe in Richmond, Rhode Island. And today we're going to show you a lure you absolutely have to have. Some lures have stood the test of fishermen's time. They catch fish in all sorts of conditions. The Al's Goldfish is one of those lures, and today, right here, right now, we're going to update its classic, proven design with the saltwater version, the Al's Goldfish Lure Company Fish Wrap Rider Edition Saltwater Series Lure. When Al Stewart first created the Al's Goldfish back in 1952, his idea, much like the lure, was pretty simple. He wanted to catch fish with something that very closely resembled what bigger fish were eating and to build a lure that would last. The Al's Goldfish spoon certainly has excelled over time, and it's known across the country as pretty much the one lure that's almost guaranteed to be in every trout fisherman's tackle box. The Goldfish was honored as one of Field & Stream's top 50 greatest lures of all time and top 10 best trout lures of all time. Al started selling his design in his Stewart Sports Shop in Indian Orchard, Massachusetts. He continued to make lures, expand his product designs, and promote his products until his passing in 1984. The new owners, Jeff and Mandy DeBuine, are taking this classic lure to a new level, introducing fishermen to the power of this little goldfish with all kinds of new species. The entire line of freshwater lures were built with quality pieces, and they're built and assembled in America. Which brings us to this, the Al's Goldfish Lure Company Fish Wrap Rider Edition Saltwater Series Lure. A few winters back, right around Christmas, I used one of their saltwater prototypes in about 30-degree salt pond water. Stripers are really sluggish in icy waters like that. You really have to present them a nice meal for them to expend any calories. Everything's low and slow, right? So I threw a 1-ounce version from my kayak in about 8 feet of water. First cast was kind of a flub since the lure was a little heavy for my light tackle medium action rod. But second cast was like, bam! A 10-pound Christmas striper absolutely inhaled that lure and took me for a ride around the backwater. And that's in the wintertime. I know it can be a tough call, leaving lures in the box that you know are likely going to catch just to reach for something totally new, but you have to try this lure. From that day, I knew the Saltwater Series would be a winner, and over the last many months, Jeff and Mandy have worked with me to build a new version of that prototype, one meant to catch striped bass and bluefish with a distinct bunker pattern and very specific colors. The funny thing is, the design is so good, now it's catching fluke, scup, sea bass, and sea robins. The new Fish Wrap Rider Edition was built to catch in heavy surf, stained waters, and on sunny days where color and size matters. The chartreuse green on top, it has very short wavelengths, so it holds its color farther down than most. Red will fade in like 15 feet. If you're chasing fish that are 15 feet below the surface and 15 feet off your rocks, that color has to travel 30 feet. Orange fades at about 25 feet, yellow at about 40, but the mighty green lasts to around 70 feet. So that means this chartreuse is a killer color for fish in any types of water. I mean, look at that cool color. In splashing oxygen-rich waters where stripers love to hunt, bingo, that's another place for the Fish Wrap Rider Saltwater Series lure because it'll excel. This chartreuse is so good, and we put 2 dots on the side to imitate those small bunker and menhaden. That's primary forage fish for all sorts of species, like big stripers. Long casts will come naturally with the 1.25 ounce size. It's a big benefit when you're casting from the rocks, which seem to be just a whisker too far from those blitzing schools, or when you're in a boat and you don't want to push the whole school down by running right up on top of them. The Fish Wrap Rider Edition Goldfish has the most amazing and unique wobble underwater. It's part of the goldfish magic. Fast or slow, the goldfish rolls from side to side with a classic little bump and grind, especially when it's tied directly, but we'll get to that in a minute. In late July, early August, we started seeing bonita and bonito around here, feeding in blitzes really close to the shoreline. Fast albacore can swim up to 40 miles an hour, so having a long casting spoon that's not slowed by extra hardware is really amazing. That's another reason to tie them directly. Too much bling ahead of this circle can really affect that unique wobble. Al's Goldfish have caught fish for decades because of that very particular and unique movement, which goes for fresh or salt water. And that 1.25 ounce will also allow you to drop it down below schools of blues or schoolie bass, so you can target the big bass who are too lazy and smart to fight for a quick meal. Those guys and girls are hanging tight to the bottom. They're waiting for scraps of pogies and squid to trickle down to them, and that's precisely where this Fish Wrap Rider Edition Al's Goldfish will get you. It's also built to last. It features a marine brass plated here in New England, 100-pound test stainless steel rings, hard-baked paints, a custom-tied teaser on a 3.0 VMC J-hook. Each lure is hand-painted in Massachusetts. No robots are in some big blasting room with gallons of paint on doing thousands of lures at a time in some city you couldn't even find on an American map. Each goldfish is painstakingly painted one at a time, which is why this new pattern is so unique. We wanted to find fish in all kinds of waters, especially in places where bunker are preyed on by bass, bluefish, bonito, bonita, and black sea bass, and the artist made that happen. Then each goldfish is packaged, wait for it, by hand. Very low tech, very high quality because they care. From base metals and stainless steel hardware to the hand-baked finishes created by New England artists, this is a true American original that catches fish. Jeff and Mandy want you to catch fish with an American-made lure that's been tested for almost 70 years. And now, Jeff and Mandy and I want you to catch big saltwater fish. Bounced along the bottom, its shape nicely imitates a small baitfish, making it a natural fluke finder. You just wait until a slab of a fluke comes firing off the bottom and tries to swim away with your Fish Wrap Rider Edition. The Al's Goldfish Lure Company Fish Wrap Rider Edition Saltwater Series Lure is available right now. You can get yours right here at the Sporting Shoppe in Richmond, Rhode Island, which is also home to the longest automated shooting range in the United States. You can learn more by visiting our website at thesportingshot.com or at thepreserveri.com.